Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It has been quite some time since I put out a new video, and I do apologize. I've been super busy with school and with work, and so I'm no longer at Paul Mitchell. I recently left that job, and I am now doing something else that kind of works a little bit better with a YouTube schedule. So I'll be able to put out more videos in a more timely manner. Again, I'm so sorry for the big gap in between my videos. I just recently graduated, and my entire family came down here, so I was doing that, and then I just didn't have time with my other job. So hopefully with this new job that I have, it will be more easier to put out videos in a more timely manner. So with that, I'm bringing you another video. I'm not 100% sure quite what I want to do yet. When my sister was down here, she was having a little bit of trouble like trying to figure out what to do with her makeup and everything, and I guess I didn't really realize that since I've been in makeup for so long that when I didn't do makeup like I do now, I skipped a lot of steps. So I think this is just going to be kind of a beginner video, and just like something to kind of help you beginners out there, like kind of help with your makeup. I think I'm just going to do a natural look today, kind of help my sister out a little bit. So if you want to know how to do your makeup beginner style, then just keep on watching. So I always like to start with a primer. What a primer does, it's going to set into your pores and make your makeup go on a lot easier and make it last longer. So that's just something that you really want to start with. I just used the Master Prime by Face Studio, the Maybelline one. If you don't really suffer from a lot of redness, then you can just use this one. It's not going to be a problem. There are definitely some other ones, so if you don't like this one, just go to your local Ulta and tell them you want a face primer, and they will help you through it. Another thing I would recommend, if your sunscreen does not have an SPF in it and you're going to be outside all day, I would recommend putting on a sunscreen, a face sunscreen. You don't want to put one that's meant for your body because it will clog your pores and cause you to get pimples. So make sure you get one that is good for your face and will work with your face. Not all sunscreens will work for your face that are meant for your face, so just try and find one that works for you. The one that I like to use is the Neutrogena Clear Face Breakout Free Liquid Lotion Sunscreen, and this has an SPF of 30, and it usually does just fine. It also works as a good primer too, so if you don't want to you don't want to do a double primer, so if you don't want to use the master primer and then put the sunscreen on, the sunscreen will work just fine as a primer as well. So if you don't want to do that double primer, that's totally fine. I am planning on being outside a good portion of the day, so I am going to put on a little bit of sunscreen since my foundation doesn't have primer or sunscreen in it, so that's what I'm going to do. And it's good to just let your primer, your sunscreen, like settle into your pores just a little bit for maybe a couple minutes. And if you don't have time, like wait a minute, it'll be fine. So now the foundation that I'm going to use is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. This is by far my favorite foundation. I just love the look of the finished look of it, and it just I'm not a huge cream fan. If you've got oily skin, this is what I would recommend. You can put this on with a brush or a sponge like the one I have here. I personally like the sponge better just because I think it gets into everything without being streaky. I think a brush causes streaks. That's just my opinion. If you like the way a brush looks, then more power to you. Keep using that brush. This is just my preference, so this is what I'm going to do. So you're just going to want to pat it into your skin. You don't want to spread it on with these motions. You're going to move it all over the skin and it's not going to be actually set in that one spot that you want it to be set in. So I'm just tapping it in here. This foundation is not a full coverage. It's probably about a medium coverage. It does definitely do the job. I've got some spider veins on my eyes and it definitely covers those, but I have a little bit of freckles on my nose and it doesn't cover that. So I would say it's about a medium coverage. It doesn't make you look like you're wearing makeup, and that's what I love about it, is you can put it on and go to the store like this and it just looks like you have flawless skin, which I'm cool. Next, what you want to go into is you want to get a good concealer. The one that I recommend, it is a little bit more pricey. It's not really a drugstore price. I think it costs about retail $24, is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Now, I know $24 seems like a lot for concealer, but the awesome thing about this is it lasts a long time. Mine probably lasts a good 2 months, and it is awesome coverage. It will cover up what you need it to cover. Where I recommend putting this is you definitely want to cover up those dark circles underneath your eyes. So I just kind of like to dot it up underneath my eyes. And then on that nose, the bridge of the nose, you really don't need a lot. Put it right on the top of that. You want to put it on your cupid's bow to really bring out that cupid's bow. And just dab a little on the tip of your chin. Don't put it underneath because we're definitely going to go in and contour that. So just right on the tip of your chin. And then I'm going to go in again with my sponge, and I'm just going to use the other end of it, and I am going to go underneath the eye. And again, you want to tap it in, you don't want to spread it. See the cupid's bow, how it looks like it brought it out just a little bit more. That's what we want to see, because we really want to highlight that cupid's bow. After you conceal, you're going to want to go in and set your foundation. I just do this with a translucent powder. This is the one that I use. I think it retails for about $10.99. It might be a little bit more, I can't remember. Another one that I like is the MAC one, and I think that's about $25. I like this one better. It's lasted me a lot longer. The MAC one is definitely worth the money. It's just, I don't want to spend $25 every couple months on a powder that I could get cheaper and love just as much. So this is the one I use. It's the Makeup Revolution London one, and it's just the luxury baking powder. And this one does the job just fine. It doesn't make you look cakey. What I do is I just pour a little bit in the cap here and just spread it out to set my foundation. Now you really want to set your foundation, otherwise your makeup's not gonna last as long. It's just, especially on hot days, this really helps to set that foundation and help it to stay in place a little bit longer. So I would highly recommend a setting powder if you don't have one. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and contour. You of course can use any contour palette for this. Some work better than others. Just find out what works for your skin. I'm just going to use the blush and bronzer palette from Coastal Scents. That's what I use. And then I'm just going to go in with that color right there. I'm going to use my Luxie contour brush. And you want to contour where you want to put a shadow in. So what I want to do is I want to contour my cheek. Make your face just appear a little bit thinner. I don't know if you can see the difference, but this side of my face definitely looks thinner than this side of the face. And that's what you want. If you feel like you got a double chin going here, just contour a little bit right there. And it erases for right underneath the lip, where there's already kind of a natural shadow, you want to add in just a little bit more of a shadow. And we want to kind of shape up that nose a little bit. So right on the sides of the nose, we're going to just contour a little bit just to make our nose appear a little bit slimmer. And then right on the end of the nose. Right, and if you have bangs, you really can skip this step. It's just kind of your preference. I just like to contour a little bit on my upper forehead. Next, I'm going to go in with a blush. I prefer a blush that's easily buildable. I'm going to use my Lexi 514 blush brush. So my Makeup Geek, it is kind of loose, so it's going to be kind of hard. There's the color. Gently brush it on. Now I'm applying hardly any pressure. Now, if you go in and you feel like you've applied too much, just take that sponge that you used ahead of time and just kind of tap it in with the leftover foundation that's on it. Don't put any more on it. Just kind of tap it in to kind of help take down that blush a little bit if you apply too much. So next, what you want to do is you want to highlight. Now you want to highlight the things that you want to focus on. I'm going to go in with my Glow Sugar Kit for Anastasia Beverly Hills. Looks like that. And I'm just going to do white liner. Now I'm just going to go in with my I don't know what this is. I really can't pronounce it. It's an Ipsy brush, B36 tapered highlight. I don't know what it says, so we're just gonna skip that. And we're gonna highlight right on the cheekbone. I'm gonna go in and do my eyebrows. Now, a lot of you can skip this. This is just a step that I like to do. When I was first doing makeup, I had no clue how to do my eyebrows, and this was a little bit more of a difficult step for me. Now, that's just me. I don't know how you guys are gonna do with it, but when I was first doing makeup, I had a hard time with my eyebrows, so do it if you want. I just use the Ka-Brow by Benefit Cosmetics. It just comes out like that, and then the brush is right on top. That's the brush that I like to use. A lot of people use their own brushes, whatever's your preference. Now that I got my eyebrows done, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the eyelids. So another step, if you want your eye makeup to last all day, if you've got an event or something after work, I would definitely recommend not skipping this step. You definitely want to do a eye primer. This is just the Ulta Beauty one that I personally like. Just want to take a little brush that's kind of a little bit flatter on the tip of it, and then you just want to squeeze that a little bit onto the brush. And again, a little bit of this goes a long way, so you only need a little bit. Now we're all primed up. So what you want to start with first when doing your eyes is you want to put something in the crease. I like to go in with a pretty neutral color. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Naked Urban Decay Heat palette. It looks like that. And I'm gonna go in with color Sauced, which is that one right there. I'm using my ruby brush. It's a blending brush, doesn't say it, but that's what it is. We are going to just buff it into the crease. Now you're gonna want for this look to go in with something just a little bit darker. I'm gonna go in with Low Blow, the color that's right next to that. And we are just gonna put it in the outer corner. Buff it in. And I'm also gonna put it on the inner corner. Another thing that you want to make sure of is you don't have any harsh lines. There is a slight harsh line right here, and I'm going to go ahead and just take my brush that I've been using and buff that out. I'm going to add a little bit of red in it just to kind of lighten it up a little bit. So I'm going to go in with this red right here. The name is He Devil. And again, I'm just going to keep using that brush. It's working for me. And I'm just building it up. So I'm just going to add that in the outer corner. And a little in the inner corner as well. To add a little bit of depth underneath, I'm going to go in with that red color again and put it right underneath the eye. And then I'm going to go in with another color. For this one, I'm going to go in with my Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I am going to take my favorite color out of the palette that you can obviously tell is my favorite color because I use it so damn much. So, and I'm going to take like that. And I'm going to take a little bit of Fix Plus, I don't know why I can read that, and spray it on there. Just one spray is enough. And I'm going to go in with Vermeer, that color right there, and I'm going to pack it right on top of the lid. Okay, I had a little bit of a camera issue. It's gone now. Hopefully. So again, I'm going in with that color, and I'm just packing it on the lid. Just like that. Kind of like to take my finger in and kind of push it out just a tad. That completes just the eyeshadow part. I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeliner real quick. So unfortunately, eyeliner is not exactly something that is easily taught. It's just something that you kind of have to practice at and get used to. If you're not good at eyeliner now, keep practicing, you'll eventually get there. What I recommend doing is starting from the center of your eyelid and making a swoop motion. Again, it's hard to explain. It's just something that you've kind of got to practice at. So I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. eyeliner. It's just a liquid eyeliner. Looks like that. Sorry, my camera's not focusing. I can take it out, and it's just a wand. So I like to start in the center of the eye because there is a little bit more product on the tip than what you want. So start on the center of the eye and bring it down towards the outer corner. When you have a lot less on your brush, then you can go ahead and make that corner. Just like that. Now I just remembered something. I did not put any color on the inner corner of my eye. Real quick, I'm gonna do that. Okay, just backtracking a little bit. I think my camera overheated a little bit because I don't have it propped up on an actual stand. It's just on a box. So what I did is I just finished my winged eyeliner, and then I did the inner corner with this little guy, little brush. I don't know if you see it. Well, there's hardly anything to it. And then I just went back with that color Vermeer that we put on our eyelid and put it on the inner corner. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of speed through this just because I don't want my camera to overheat again. But I'm going to go in with a mascara. And I'm just going to do one that I've liked since I was 15. I've been using it for a really long time, and it's just something that I really like, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little bit of curl into my eyelash using my eyelash curler that I've had since I was 12. I don't think it's been that long, but I've had it for a really long time. And this is the Lash Blast Fusion, and it's water resistant. I don't usually like water resistant, but this one is actually not bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and use it. And then I just like to blink into the mascara to really cover that eyelash. Alright, my eye look is done. I'm going to finish up the look with a lipstick. I'm going to go in with my NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream, and the color is London. It looks just like that. It's an absolutely beautiful color, and I think it will do this look very nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and take my braids out real quick, and then I'll be right back. Alright everybody, that is the finished look for today. Thanks again so much for watching. I really enjoyed doing this. I try to put out new videos every week, and now that I have this job, be able to do that. If you guys want to see how I Dutch braid, that's another one that's coming up soon. So if you guys have any questions or anything, don't hesitate to leave me a comment in the section below. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. And again, thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.